the number of players that he has turned out from Duke into the professional ranks, Ian O'Connor, are too many to mention, and certainly some of the greats of all time. And then the personalities that he has had to manage collegiately, but also at the Olympic level, is quite something. And that's a story that I saw in an excerpt, as well as on your Twitter account, that I'd love to recount here, was when he was in the Beijing Games in 2008, and a young LeBron James demanded Coach K to rectify whatever was going on with Kobe Bryant, and between the two of them, I give you the floor on this one, Ian.
Well, Rich, yeah, Kobe was taking some Laker shots that weren't very team-centric, and it had built up a little bit over time. Players started to grumble about it. And so the last preliminary game in Shanghai against Australia, he took a couple, not too many, but LeBron had hit the breaking point with it. And Coach K was all about accountability, shared accountability within that team. So he held LeBron accountable on some things. So LeBron decided, you know what, I'm going to hold Krzyzewski accountable on this. So he passes by him near the Team USA bench, and according to someone who heard it directly, he said, "Yo, Coach, you better fix that mother blank." And, of course, he was talking about Kobe Bryant. So now Krzyzewski has to deal with this, and he wants no part of it. As a college coach, his first Olympic Games, he does not want to rebuke the great Kobe Bryant, but he has to. And he has to show LeBron that he's willing to do that. So the next day, with trepidation, he approached Kobe, and he took him into a side room. He opened up his laptop, and I don't know, maybe he had 6 or 7 shots on there, and he told Kobe, these are BS shots. You can't do this. You could do this with the Lakers, but you can't take these shots when LeBron and Melo and Kidd and these other guys are your teammates. These are the best players in the world, so they don't deserve that. And so we need you to make this change in approach. So Kobe looked at him, and I don't have the book page in front of me, so I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but basically said, okay, it won't happen again, Coach. And that was the end of the meeting, and it didn't happen again. And Kobe bailed them out against Spain in the gold medal game, and actually with a couple of acrobatic shots. So it's kind of interesting the way it played out. But Krzyzewski let LeBron know, hey, I took care of it. So you see LeBron holding Coach K accountable, Coach K holding Kobe accountable, and they won their first of 2 gold medals together as a group. And then, of course, Coach K went on to win a third in Rio.
What's in your book, if you don't mind, about Coach K kicking the tires on the NBA and why he never went? What'd you find out?
Well, and he thought seriously about the Celtics in '90. I think he got the sense that he hadn't won the big one yet, and he wanted to do that. Mm-hmm. He was Marv Levy before there was Marv Levy, losing the big one, and so he hadn't won a national title yet. He also sensed that Dave Gavitt wanted him, and Red Auerbach wasn't sure about hiring a college coach. And then in 2004, Kobe really recruited him to coach the Lakers. He took that very seriously. I would say that was probably, Rich, the closest he came to actually leaving Duke. But as it turned out, by staying, he got the best of both worlds. He got to control winning more, as you can in college, because when you win in college, you get the best players to still come to you. In the NBA, when you win, you pick last in the draft. So he got that, he kept that, and then he also got a chance to coach the best NBA players in the world at 3 Olympic Games. So really it worked out perfectly for him. And actually that Olympic experience changed him and inspired him to gravitate more towards the one-and-done players. After Beijing, he changed. All of a sudden he went after John Wall. Kentucky got him, okay. Then he gets Kyrie Irving. He gets Austin Rivers, who was a slam dunk, one-and-done at the time. He gets Jabari Parker. So that Olympic experience and coming home back to Duke, telling himself, I really just want to coach the best players in the world at that level, that really inspired him to embrace one and done.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.